All right, welcome. So we're starting off our episodes here. We're talking to different people who I've met through social media and who, I've kind of collaborated with or contacted with and engaged. And I found interesting enough that I thought it'd be worth interviewing them, having some fun with them, finding out a little bit more about them you might not see on a regular basis. And in the hot seat this week, we have Brandon Chung. So I've
Woo!
met him through um, from both TikTok and he's very active also on Instagram. And he brings a lot of just high energy and fun content. And he's great to collaborate with and he's great to bounce ideas off of. So welcome, Brandon. Thanks for coming on and talking some.
Woo! Thank you so much for having me, my man. I really appreciate this.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from, if you care to share that, and a little bit about how you got started with collecting cards. How does it fit
Okay,
into your day to day?
okay. So just a little bit, your boy is from Dallas, Texas, right?
Nice.
So you know me, Dallas Cowboys, Dallas Mavericks, FC Dallas, right? Everything. I love it, right? And how did I get into cards? Well, I've been following Gary V for a while, right? And then all of a sudden, I heard him. I'm one of those guys, I know, but I'd heard him say something about sports cards the first time. I said, "Oh, this guy, whatever, whatever." And then I hear him two, three more times, and I said, "Okay, let me just check on eBay, look at a couple sales." Wow! And then after that, I immediately fell in love, and then one of the first cards I got was the Luca um, Prism PSA 10, and then I just fell in love with the whole sports card game after that. It was just, I don't know, it's just very exciting just to collect different types and a different parallel colors and inserts, everything. Yeah, I like all of that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of the biggest thing I needed to learn about when I got back into it, right?
Yeah.
I collected as a kid, so I remember, and I tell the story all the time, and maybe some of my subscribers have heard this before, but I definitely remember being in a card shop in 1983, and I'm looking at all the
Wow.
rookie cards like Wade Boggs and Ryan Sandberg and Tony Gwynn, right? And then over to the side is a 1970 Thurman Munson Yankees rookie
Ooh.
card, right? So like
Okay.
all these cards that you see that are heritage, like these were legit real cards, right? So you
Uh,
think in 30 years, right? You're with your son and there's a Topps Heritage and it looks like a 2020 Topps card, like that's me now, right? So yeah,
ah.
definitely. But I remember that card and I actually just bought it and I'm a bad host for not having that card here next to me to show it on the screen,
Oh,
but
you are all good.
it's
You are all good.
it's up in the corner. I'm gonna TikTok about it.
TikTok,
Um,
yeah, I'll watch it.
yeah, definitely. So no, that's cool. I mean, I actually met Gary V in like
Ooh,
2010, 2011. He
really?
was at a
Oh,
Twitter conference that I was at,
wow.
and it's on my personal YouTube channel actually. But
Okay.
he was just into wine back then, right? He was just into wine library, and it was neat just to talk to him for even just a minute, right? And then I remember in 2017, he had the 2017 Flip Challenge, and
Yeah.
that got me into garage sailing and
Ah,
flipping online and looking at arbitrage situations and looking at Amazon and eBay reselling, right? So that was back in 2017. And I did it for a while and it really got me into that, going to garage sales, finding things and flipping them and stuff. Right. And then I just got busy with like my kids and with work and I
under-
didn't do as much. And then I remember late last year hearing about sports cards. And I'm like, all I think about is the piles of cards from the 80s that I have that I didn't do enough with. And it's just sitting there collecting dust in a basement, all, you know, not well taken care of. Just I remember, I've sold a ton of my cards over the years just to get money, like
yeah.
selling Cal Ripken rookies and Tony Gwynn rookies for like $5-10, like nothing, right? Just to make money,
Oh my goodness.
just because I didn't care, right? And
Right.
now I'm getting back into. I'm trying to peel through those cards again and find things that are worthwhile. And maybe put
Ooh,
some lots
that's a
together, sell them on eBay or what have you. But no, getting back into it. The biggest thing is learning about all the parallel cards, the silver prisms, the autos, the limiteds,
yeah. Yeah.
um, all the different cards, especially with prism and mosaic, just blowing that up, right? So that's really what I've found that I've had to learn, the most. Do you have
Wow.
a favorite sport? Because I find myself
Ooh,
collecting more basketball because it's
oh,
just such a broader opportunity of things.
yeah.
Baseball is all right. Like I'll do okay with the baseball, but I
Okay.
find like when I have my little shoe boxes of cards, my two slot white boxes there, my basketball one is just stuffed,
Oh,
right?
wow.
And my other ones are not as much. Baseball and
Yeah.
football are just kind of like 2/3 of the way through. No
Yeah.
problem. Soccer is getting there. But
Good.
I find I find basketball the fullest.
True.
Do you have one you find that leads the way, or what does your portfolio look like in terms of sports?
Okay, so at first, yes, me too. Basketball, very. I love it. Steph Curry rookie, Giannis rookie, like the cheaper end ones, a PSA 9 and stuff. And then all of a sudden, man, I just grew this soccer, love for soccer, all sorts
Yeah.
of soccer cards. I've ordered too much today.
Hmm.
Prism rookie, Hakimi rookie cards,
Nice.
Optic, Panini Revolution, just all over the place. I just love soccer cards. I grew up, playing basketball and soccer, so I have a high respect for these professional athletes, right, that do this on a daily basis. I'll say this on the record right now. I don't think anybody's mentioned this one, but UFC cards, man. I've been really having fun and
Really.
I've been getting invested, and I love the UFC. Masvidal and Kamaru Usman is versing this weekend. They have high demand. I really like these cards as well. I have a Conor McGregor, things like that. So yeah, I like
So
those.
do you think? I mean, I think that that's awesome. Do you think that people who follow UFC want to collect the cards as much?
I think they eventually will. I don't know, but once their favorite athlete, a lot of them Conor McGregor, once they see maybe that 2018 Topps Chrome UFC card, because Conor McGregor has a really nice pose, oh, that's just going to suck everybody in, draw them in. Because UFC has more personal attachment because it's one-on-one fighter. It's not a specific team. So if you're a
Right.
Khabib fan, I'm a huge Khabib fan. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Yeah.
So a lot of people will be gravitated for that personal
That's
attachment.
awesome. That's fun. I love it. I love being innovative, and that's how I felt about soccer 2 or 3
Yeah,
months ago, right? And I got in and I was talking about like U.S. women's soccer cards. I
right.
think there's such a market there that no one's really paying that much attention to. But it
Exactly.
seems like in May and June, like every week there was like a new rookie to go buy,
Right.
whether it was Hakimi or it was Fedon or Haaland and
Right.
Mbappe, and so yeah, they just keep bouncing around. It seems like you know they go after a certain card until the card gets too expensive, then they pick the next card, and then they're gonna
That's
jack up
it.
that card, and they
Of
just
course. Of course. Because they
so
don't
it's
have.
just you really got to be careful about how you where you're putting your money because it seems it's very volatile. It's almost like penny stocks.
Exactly. Exactly.
Interesting,
It's
interesting.
daily change. Wow. 100%, 200%. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, do you have any apps that you use to track your stuff or to track cards or?
Card Genie Pro. I do just check that general trend. I
Yeah, yeah, I
just
do
love
too.
that app. four
That's good.
dollar. Besides that, just my own personal investments. I'll just check them on eBay and ComC and stuff like that.
Hmm. Yeah, I've
But
been dabbling with ComC too. It seems very crowded, but I
yeah,
think there's
yes,
still some there. Yeah, I mean, you can see that
yes,
basketball is still going. I just won't stop going up, right?
won't
It
stop
won't
going
stop
up.
going up.
But
Baseball's kind of up and down, but
that's
it's
a good
it's
buy.
steady. Like
Baseball.
look over, it's just flat over the last 3 months, right? And then
Yeah,
football is kind of flat too.
that's good. That's good
Yeah,
for football
so
fans.
football's consistent. It's probably a good time to buy football.
Yeah, it's good time. I mean, it's just like the stock market. Whatever is, like Warren Buffett says, you got to buy on the red days.
You do, you do. Oh, you could.
Yeah.
I mean, I did throw some money into the real stock market, like when
Oh,
everything
really?
happened. So we'll see. It's going to take some time to get that back, but I think definitely
Very
there's some opportunity in the real stock market too. So yeah, no, cool. What do you think of the Patrick Mahomes news today?
Ooh, crazy.
Isn't
10
that
years, was it
crazy?
500 million?
This is probably one of my favorite Patrick Mahomes cards I got, the BGS 9
Oh, I got the same card.
of the 2018 card.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that's 2018. Never mind. But that's a
Yeah, it's the
beautiful card.
2018 one. Yeah, it's nice.
Oh,
I mean, I try to grab a couple of some of the
yeah.
top players just to have them, even if they're not the top tier card to get for the player. It's good to have some and just see what happens, right? That's what's behind the card genie graph, right? Cards like that. So
Exactly.
cool.
But
So tell me more about what is this on this wall behind you? I see it on your
oh, okay.
TikToks and stuff. There's got to be a good story. They got to be strategically laid out there.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
tells a
real
story.
quick.
I want to hear all about this story.
Yeah. Real quick, I do love the Patrick Mahomes deal, right? Inflation is very
Oh,
huge. So, 70 and to $100 million contracts will be, look like nothing in 7 years. Anyway, this is like my wall of success, man. It just sounds so weird. It started off with Warren Buffett. He's my favorite investor ever, just like everybody else. And then it just went crazy. Kobe Bryant, Tiger Woods, LeBron James, Michael Jordan. Don't forget Phil Jackson. Everybody, right? And LeBron. But yeah, it's just like you just have to be around successful people if you want to be successful, or whatever your type, whatever you want to be. You have to be around the people around this entire environment. So like I
I
want to be
love it. I
successful.
love it. I totally buy into that, and I
Mhm.
believe it. And it is, you are um, the 5 or 10 people that you surround yourself with the most. I totally back you on that 100%.
Yes, sir. Exactly. Exactly. And the positivity is so important too.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And it is tough nowadays to find that positivity. So you have
Yeah.
to almost
True.
force yourself to be around it. I totally get it.
Oh
That's
yeah.
awesome. That's
Oh yeah.
awesome.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, so what else? So are you into basketball? I mean,
Oh
to
yeah.
football a little bit. Anything around baseball we need to know about
No,
Brandon?
I'm sorry. Well, I do like Derek Jeter. I really like Derek
Okay,
Jeter. Alex Rodriguez, elite businessman. He's still relevant. And then, I know
he's
baseball
looking.
community doesn't like him, but
He's looking at buying the Mets, right? Alex Rodriguez is looking at buying the Mets. I heard.
right, I think probably he's a businessman. He's all over the place.
Good for him. No, that's what, and it's good. It's so important. So many professional athletes don't do the right thing with their money, right? So if you're
Exactly.
seeing people now, properly investing and staying in that sports industry where they kind of know all the players, yeah, I think that's great that Alex takes his time to do all that and stuff. Cool.
Right.
Um, so the other thing I want to ask you about is I'm starting off a segment, right? And it's called Back into Cards.
Yes,
So what are
sir.
you into right now, right? And then back out of cards. So what are you
Ah,
kind of staying away from? What are
ooh,
you avoiding? What are you selling? What hype aren't you buying? Right. So
okay. I like
um,
it.
yeah. So let's start with back into cards. So what's
Okay.
got your eye right now? Where's your interest? Where's your research going? What are you back into now? Back into cards. Go ahead.
Back into cards. A lot of soccer cards, like the random soccer customized lots or complete sets. Because they have a mix of Ronaldo or Messi cards, which is a low risk, medium reward, and it has some growth in there. So I love coming soccer cards. Another thing is budget. For me right now, anything over $100, respectfully, no, thank you. Everything is set, lot, player, everything under $100, please and thank you. Yeah, and then well, do I do? What's
Okay, yeah. So I'll tell you what I'm into
okay?
right
Go
now,
ahead.
right? So I am into some of the value based players of
I like
the
it.
NBA, right?
Yeah.
So I'm looking at like what's his name? Mo Bamba, right?
Oh, I like it.
Lonzo Ball, DeAndre Hunter.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yes, yeah.
I mean, even Tyler Hero's like kind of up there. Like he's kind of gone
Yeah,
up already, right?
I respect it.
Rui and Shy, like all the kind of just
Yeah,
on the cusp, right? So I think they're fun to collect. That they're you get a lot of different cards at a really good price. That's kind of where my money's going right now.
I like
Um,
it.
yeah, I mean, I'm trying to, like I said, we were talking about all the special variations of cards. So if
Yeah.
I get inserts and I get signatures,
Okay.
autos,
Gotcha.
relatively inexpensive for a player with a lot of upside.
Gotcha.
Um, I think it's a good time going into this preseason, this time of uncertainty. I'm not so worried about the blue chips, right? I'm
Yeah.
more worried about some volatility just to have some fun, because I
Right.
think that allows you to then have that fun, and you're not going to
Right.
take a beating financially, right?
Exactly. Yeah,
So that's
blue
kind of what
chips
I'm
too.
into.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we're talking back out of. So what are you out of? What are you avoiding? What are you kind of giving the jinx to? Just go away. What's out? What's out with Brandon right now?
This might be very controversial.
Uh
Investing philosophy. No, thank you, Mbappe. No, thank you,
oh.
Haaland. No, thank you, Foden. No, thank you. Most of the time, Havertz, but I buy this top UCL card because these are high risk, but it's already a high price card in my opinion, right? I can't go without buying a raw card of Mbappe for at least maybe $10 or an optic
Mm-hmm.
maybe starting at 20. Same thing for basketball and also just everything over $100 because budgeting is extremely essential in the sports card world. I love blue chips, but I don't love the opposite of blue chips, like these rookies and all of that. I need to see people play first.
Yeah. So you're
Yeah,
like me though. You're staying away from some of the more pricier options
exactly.
because you think soccer's got more volatility.
More volatility, I would say absolutely,
Yeah. Yeah.
because a lot more competition. Yeah,
It's funny. I just sold a 4 card lot of Mbappe for $100, and it was a
really
bunch of like secondary insert kind of cards. It was four of
right.
them. It was $100. It was bought at my asking price. I love it, and
Good.
I'm going to tell you, you're going to yell at me. I just bought. I went in with Anthony from Sack Wolves, and we
Yes.
bought a lot of
Yes.
PSA 9 Mbappe cards.
Oh
So I picked up
wow.
three PSA 9 of the 2018 Prism.
It's like what 200 a piece, or
Less. Less.
I'm
That's
not.
why.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not. I'm not
No,
mad at.
but we bought a lot deal together. We pulled our money together. I took a couple, he took a couple. So just kind of hold them and see, right? I
Yeah.
don't think they'll come crashing down, right? But I
Right.
think because that's the iconic card of him that
Right.
people are going after. So I think that will, I think it's got room. It's got time, right? You've got Champions League coming up in a couple weeks, right? The next couple
Exactly.
rounds
Month, month.
coming up. PSG's in it. You
Yeah.
know,
Oh, PSG's gonna be in it. Yeah.
word is he might end up on a different team next year, so it could be his last hurrah with PSG.
Possibly.
World
Maybe
Cup
Real
coming in
Madrid.
2022. Hopefully, the world allows World Cup to happen. I mean,
Yeah. I think so.
yeah, I think so. So yeah, I think there's an opportunity for Mbappe. So no, I do hear you though. That's how I feel with the NBA with Zion and
Yeah.
Luca.
Yeah.
Even the Michael Jordan top cards. It's just like it's too much. LeBron, it's just too
Yeah.
much. I just can't. Giannis, I can't spend thousands of dollars on these cards.
We neither. Yeah.
I'll find the ones I'm comfortable with, but I can't do the 4-digit cards. It's just too much.
Yeah. 4 digit. Oh, I never did it. Oh.
Yeah, if there's a comma in the card, it's not for me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so some of the stuff that I'm back out of right now is I think there's a lot of hype, and I saw it with the 2020 Panini Prism draft picks, the football cards with Joe Burrow and
Oh
Tagliabue
yeah.
and all them, right? Um, I bought them because I was new at the time and I want to rip some cards and have some fun, and it was great. But I've been selling those actually pretty, like, 50 cents, 75 cents a piece on
Wow.
Twitter.
Okay.
I sold a couple today. The guy wanted anybody in a Georgia uniform. So I found 5 or 6 of them,
Yeah.
and could give him a good deal because he was taking cards off my hands, and they're just sitting there, right? If the cards are just sitting there in those big old boxes, let me just move them. There's no point because I'm not going to sell them individually. So if I could
Exactly.
bundle a lot, I'll give someone 7, 8 cards for the price of 4. I don't care.
Good.
If they're going to enjoy them, that's more good enough for me. Enough for me. So anyway, with that, I'm kind of staying away. I've kind of bought some, and I'm good now with the Bowman 2020s, right?
Good. Good. Good.
So like there's a couple of top cards there. I don't have any. I have no Jason Dominguez's. I have no Bobby Witt Juniors.
Oh wow. Oh, okay.
I don't have any. I never got
Good.
any, and I'm not going to go chasing them, right?
I
I
respect.
got the guy from the A's. I'm going to butcher his name. Passan.
Oh,
Right. I got a couple of chromes I just bought the singles of.
okay.
I got a couple other cards I like. I got some Bo Bichette, some Luis Roberts.
Right.
Just some of the low hanging ones that everyone's kind of grabbing, and that's
Right.
cool. But yeah, that's So I'm kind of out with Bowman. I'm tired of buying into the hype of all these overpriced cards because
I know.
obviously there were distribution problems with COVID-19. So I think that's why it just kind of ran its course, and hopefully in the next couple of years, we're not seeing boxes of cards selling out within minutes of going live, and
Right.
opening prices of $200 a hobby box. It's just hard.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just hard.
hobby box price is crazy, especially for soccer.
Yeah.
It's going bananas. Yeah.
So, all right, man. Any last thoughts? You have anything you want to say? Promote yourself. Talk about some things you got going on, or wrap this up.
Oh, okay, sure. I if you want to follow my YouTube, Brandon Chong, Instagram and TikTok at the Brandon Chong, right? Um, I have a bunch of boxes to open up, like just sets and stuff. I have more random ideas in my head. I'm just trying to get different types of sports card content out there on TikTok, YouTube, everything. And just I don't know what else. Just thank you, everybody, fans, Michael. Thank you for having me on interview. Very respectful guy. You're one of the first guys I followed on TikTok. That's kind of how I got in it. So, man, just thank you.
Yeah, no problem. No, this is fun, and I think that's what I want to do is, get a little more, dive in a little deeper with a lot of the people that I've engaged with and talked to on the
Yeah,
different social media channels. Give people a chance to talk, and you find out that we're all kind of doing the same thing. We might have like day jobs or things we're doing, but and in the end, we all have this little piece of us around the hobby and kind of what makes us gives us something to kind of look forward to end of the day to decompress or to deal
yeah,
with all the hardship in the world right now, because there is a lot of it, like you said,
that's
a lot
very
of positivity and stuff. And I think I personally really get that from the TikTok community, from the social media community, from the sports card community, right? So
right.
awesome. Listen, thanks so much, and everyone who listen, make sure you give this video a like. If you're not subscribed to our channel, please do check out Brandon, and definitely reach out to me, contact me if you need something. Let me know if you have a question. Let me know. You can find us at Back Into Cards on everything. Our eBay store is a little different. It's back dash into dash cards, because somebody else had Back Into Cards. I don't know how, but the rest of social media is pretty much at Back Into Cards. So again, thanks so much. We'll see you soon, and have a great night, everybody.